Good morning, Super Readers. Thank you for joining us in our Valley PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Nix. This is Tiny Turtle.
Hi, and I'm Mrs. May, and you guys know this guy. Tell them your name. I'm Rita Ricky.
Hi, and I'm Mrs. O'Leary, and this is Little Scooter.
And this is our place where we come to learn, practice, and grow our brains to become even stronger readers, writers, and thinkers. So let's get started by warming up our brains with some ear training called Daily Phonemic Awareness. All right, today, here's what we're going to do with that. We're going to think about these different sounds, these phonemes, and we're going to squish them together and make them into words. I'm going to give you 3 sounds, and let's blend them. Are you ready? Here we go. S, I, T. Think about those sounds. Let's squish them together.
Can I use my arm to help me?
I love it. Let's do it. It. Blend it together. Sit.
Sit.
Sit. Nice job, Retail.
Ricky.
Let's try another one. It. Let's try it on our arms. Here we go. It. Blend it together. Fit.
Fit.
You got it, sir. Last one. Bat. Get your arms out ready. Here we go. Bat. Blend it together. Bat.
Bat.
He's got it. Awesome job. All right. Speaking of all of our sounds, how about we do
A song? Do we have a song?
I thought he was going to tell us a joke, but okay, let's do a song. Here we go. Let's start it. You'll have to wait now, Retail. Let's do our song. First, get your feet together, arms up. Are you ready? Here we go. We've been practicing it this week. You can do it with us at home.
Kim hears an insect buzzing round and round her head. It's buzzing in the kitchen, it's buzzing round her bed. Kim hears an insect buzzing. Why can't it sing instead?
Oh, I see you guys. You're doing such a good job. Keep it up.
Kim hears an insect buzzing round and round her head. It's buzzing in the kitchen, it's buzzing round her bed. Kim hears an insect buzzing. Why can't it sing instead?
Awesome job. Awesome job. Those darn insects. I hope there's nothing bugging you
Testing.
over there.
I think I got it.
Oh, you got it? What do you got?
An insect.
An insect. Did you eat it? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so yuck.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Oh. Hey, what?
Can I tell my joke now?
All right, Retail. Tell us your joke.
Retail. Oh, he says it's a funny one. You
All right, let's try it.
Okay.
Ready?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Annie.
Annie who?
Anything you do, I can do better.
Oh, of course you can. Good job, Retail.
That was pretty funny.
All right, well, since we were learning all about insects, Mrs. O'Leary, are you ready to teach us all about today's sound?
Absolutely am.
All
Let's
right.
come over to our phonics board over here, boys and girls. And let's look at what our focus card is for this week, which is our insect card. And so it sounds like insect, and it's spelled with an I. And it's one of our 5 vowels. We have A, E, I, O, and U. And this week we're focusing on the short vowel sound for I, which is I. And you've probably been hearing that each day and learning that. And so before we get started blending and building some words, we're going to review some of the sounds that we've already learned. So we'll start with our maps card, and the sound is map, and it's spelled with an M. Good job, boys and girls. How about this one? Can you do it with me? Sun, and it's spelled mostly with an S and sometimes with a CE and a CI. Next card, our rose card, and it sounds like rose, and it's spelled with an R mostly, but sometimes that silent W is attached to the R and it's spelled with a WR, but it still sounds like Good job, boys and girls. You're really getting to know those silent letters. So our nest card sounds like nest, and it's spelled with an N, and then it's also spelled two other ways sometimes, not as much as with the N, with some silent letters before the end, the K and the G. Good job on the nest card. Next card is our fire card. It sounds like fire, and it's spelled, as we know, and we've learned the last couple days, with an F most often, but sometimes with a PH. Fire card. The next card is our hippo card, and it sounds like hippo, and it's spelled with an H. Hippo card. Good job, boys and girls. The lemon card says L, like in lemon, and it's spelled with an L, and sometimes at the end of the word with an LE. Lemon card. And oh, the volcano card, which I just love to say because it tickles my lips when I say volcano, volcano card. And our zipper card sounds like zipper, spelled with a Z, and sometimes it's spelled with an S at the end of words, and it still sounds like zipper. And we're back to our map card. Good job reviewing with me today. Thank you. I'm going to set those down, and we're going to look up here on our board, and we're going to do some blending. So we have our first word here. Look at it with me. What is this? Is the first, the middle, and the end letter. The first letter says D, exactly. The middle letter is our I, our focus sound, which is I. And our last final sound is G. Let's blend that together, boys and girls. D-ig. Dig. Good job. Excellent job. Next, let's practice one more before we go on to building words. The word here is H-I-T. Do you remember the sound for the H? That's right. Do you remember the sound for the I? Good job, kindergarten team. I, I, I. And then the final sound is our T, and its sound is, everybody together, T, T. Very good. Now let's blend it. It. Shorten it up. Hit, hit. Good job with that. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to build a word, and the word we're going to build, we're going to start off, let me think, how about dip? Dip, dip. I like to dip my sourdough bread in my soup. Dip. That's what the word means. So let's see, how many sounds are you hearing in dip? Dip. That's right. There's 3 sounds in it, 3 letters in it. And so that very first sound, D, D, what do you think that letter is? That's right. Let's look on our board. Sometimes that gives us a little bit of help. D, very good. And I. Remember what that sound is? What letter makes the sound I? You got it. It's the I. And then the very last sound is dip. And you've got it. That is a P. So dip, dip. I'm going to dip something in my soup. All right, let's do one more. How about sit? How about sit? Sometimes as your teachers say, please sit down in your chair when you're getting up and doing something. So that's the meaning of sit, of course. I think you know that already. Let's sound it out. It. What's that first sound? Yep, it's an S. Where's our S? Oh, there it is. S. It. T. 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 And then it is a T at the end. Very good. Let's blend it together. S. it, sit. You're getting really good at blending and building words. I'm really proud of you. Sounds good. We're going to skip our sentence building for today because I wanted to come over here and just talk a little bit. This is the words to the song we've been singing every day. You know that one about those pesky insects getting all around our head? Well, the title of that song is Kim Hears an Insect. And so I was thinking, well, since we're focusing on our short vowel sound that says I was thinking, can you see any of the focus letter or sound in the title of Kim Hears an Insect? So that's right, I see one right here in Kim's name. And how about another one? Kim hears an insect. Insect, you got it, insect, look at insect, insect. How amazing is that? So let's just read one sentence on this and you try to listen for the sound as I read it, okay? So here goes. Kim hears an insect buzzing round and round her head. So did you identify that sound as I was reading it? Did anybody hear it? That's right, it's in Kim here and in insect here too. Good job. So as you begin to know these sounds really well and be able to read them, you're going to be seeing them in bigger text like this is. You're going to be able to figure out what those words are. So thank you for a fun phonics time, and now let's go with Mrs. Nix with our high frequency words.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mrs. O'Leary. And I love getting to be able to do all of this reading. And one thing that's really going to help us and support us to become amazing readers is when we can, and writers, is when we can read and write our high frequency words. Those words that we see often in our reading and our writing. And so today's is a little short one right here. Do you know what this word is? The word is up. Say up with me. Up. Let's spell it together. U-P spells up. All right, excellent job. Now there's a lot of ways that you can practice this. You can write it in a notebook. If you've got a whiteboard, maybe you're going to practice it on there because it's really important that you're able to read it and write it. So practice using the word up. You might even write it in a sentence. Let's build just a little sentence today. I've got a good one. Are you ready? How about this one? I want everyone to look up. Can you look up? Look up. Yeah, just like that. Okay, how many words are in my sentence? Look up. 2 words. Okay, here we go. Look, and let's use our high frequency word. Look up. Is that a sentence? It is, but what did we forget? Am I going to just put a period? I could. But what if it was really something exciting like an airplane that was flying by and I wanted everybody to look up, or if there was a ball that was coming? We even would say maybe look out. So I'm going to put it's something very exciting. I'm going to use an exclamation mark because I want us to show that it is very exciting to look up, right? All right, so the other thing that I always love to talk with you about is before we start to read our story, I love to remind you about a strategy that you can use while you're reading it. I'm going to invite my friends to come back over and talk with us about it. Today's story has to do with some chicks, and they're going to be talking about something that they're going to be planting. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about visualizing. Visualizing is that picture that's inside our minds. When you hear a word, does it make you think of something? So here's how it works. I'm going to say a word or a phrase, and you're going to try and think of something inside your mind. You're going to visualize it. And then we're going to see, did we all visualize the same? So what if I said something like this, and I said, what's something you would like to plant? Think about something you'd like to plant. I wonder if we're all going to think of the same things. Think about it at home. What do you want to plant? All right, let's find out. Mrs. O'Leary, what would you like to plant?
I visualized planting some rose bushes. I love roses, and I visualized being out in my yard planting some.
That's beautiful. How about you, Mrs. Vane?
Well, I was visualizing and I was going to plant a vegetable garden.
A vegetable garden. Would that have an apple tree? Oh, what's in a vegetable garden?
So I was visualizing, and I actually thought of this because it really happened. My mom comes and plants lots of vegetables for me. So she plants tomatoes, and she plants green beans, and my favorite, corn.
Oh, that sounds so yummy. You know what? I visualize something completely different. I really love having succulents. And I have a whole bunch of them in front of my kitchen counter. So that's what I visualized. What did you visualize? Now, think about that as you go through and listen to today's story.
6 kids. 6 kids go out. 6 kids go up a hill. 6 kids dig, dig, dig. 6 kids go down. 6 kids pick, pick, pick. 6 kids are very blue. 6 kids dip, dip, dip. That will fix it. 6 kids like it here.
Did you enjoy that story? I sure did. But guess what, Ricky? Guess what you get to do today? What? You get to retell a story. Retell! I know you love it. And remember, when we retell a story, we need to tell the beginning, middle, end. You're right. So today we're going to be focusing on our beginning, our middle, and our end. Now, can you guys help me at home? Were you listening to the story? Help Ricky and I retell the story. So the first thing, tell me what happened in the beginning of the story. In the beginning, give them a minute, Ricky. Okay, so boys and girls, let's look. And I have some pictures here to help us. What happened in the beginning of the story? So let's quickly go through it. So in the beginning of the story, let's see. Were they walking up a hill? Were they picking blueberries? Were they swimming in the pond? Or were they digging? I want you to think about it. What were they doing? I know. Okay, Ricky's gonna help us. In the beginning of the story, what were they doing? They were walking up a hill. Oh, you are right, Ricky. So let's put that up here. That was the first thing that happened in the story. They were walking up a hill. And guess what? I'm gonna write that sentence right underneath it because that is what happened. First, 6 chicks walked up a hill carrying farm tools. Is that correct? That's correct. Okay, Ricky, what happened in the middle of the story? In the middle of the story, let's go back to our picture to help us. Are you ready? So, were they picking berries? Were they swimming in the pond? Or were they digging? Let's see, what happened next? Then, what did they do? You have to dig first. Oh, Ricky, you're so right. So they were digging. Okay, so let's put that picture right here in the middle. And let's write my sentence to match it. And it says, then they dig holes to plant seeds in their garden. Does that match? I liked how you used transition words. Did you see that? Boys and girls, transition words. First, then. Oh, Ricky, you're so smart. I'm smart. You are. Okay, what happened after they were digging holes to plant their seeds? Do you guys know? Oh, I hear some of you guys. What happened? After that, they were picking the blueberries. Oh, you're so good, Ricky. So let's put that picture up here. Okay, so they started picking the blueberries. And can we write a sentence? After that, the 6 chicks picked blueberries. Oh, Ricky, you're so good. Transition words. Oh, you're so good. Oh, my goodness, Ricky. Thank you for helping me. Okay, boys and girls, what happened at the end of the story? At the end of the story. Oh, Ricky, you're so good. Okay, what did they do? They dipped in the pond. Okay, good. Thank you for helping us. Ricky, you're so good at retelling the story. So that was our last picture. here they are dipping in the pond. And let's put my sentence there to help us. So I'm going to say, last they dipped in the pond. How about that? Did that make sense? That's my name, Retell Ricky. I'm great at retelling. Ricky, you're so good at retelling. Now, boys and girls, I want you guys to keep thinking about what's happening in our story. Now, in our story, what were they doing? We know what they were doing. They were walking up a hill. They were digging holes to plant their seeds. And what did they plant? Blueberries. That's right, they were planting blueberries. And then they were able to pick the blueberries. And then at the end, because they got all dirty, they were able to dip in the pond. So, thinking of that story, I want you to describe how where the 6 kids live affects what they do. So, and I see my friends here to help me. Thank you. Hi, friends. Oh, here they are.
Hi, Mrs. Bang.
Okay, can you guys help Ricky and I? So, I hope you guys were listening to the story. Tell me, the 6 kids live, where do they live? Do they live in the city or do they live in the country? Who was paying attention? Oh, Tina was paying attention. Okay.
They lived in the country.
Is that right? Oh, I hear you guys. Yes. Good job, Tina. They lived in the country. You're right. Do they live in the country?
They did. They lived in the country.
Let's put our choices up because I was trying to trick you guys. I put the city because we've been reading about city and country, but they do not live in the city. No, they don't. So I'm going to take that and put it away because they did not live in the city. Now, because they live there, they can. Think about the story. What can they do because they live there? Using those text evidence, what can they do because they live there? Oh, Scooter, do you have an answer? You do? Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Okay, so tell me. Okay. Oh, I like that. Scooter says that they can pick berries. Is that right? Nope. Perfect. So because they live there, they can pick berries. Awesome.
Mrs. Bang?
Yes.
Mrs. Bang, they also, because they could pick berries, that was right, but they could swim in the pond. Because I like to swim in the pond. I'm a turtle.
Oh, you are right, Tina.
So much fun.
So can we add another detail? Let's. Good job. So we can say because they live there, they can swim in the pond. Good job going back and looking for those details in the story. Thank you for helping us, friends. Thank you. You guys are awesome at this. Now, do you guys want to hear about another fabulous book? Oh, we have a good friend here to share one of her books for you guys.
Good morning, PBS boys and girls. I am Mrs. Tao, the Vice Principal at Wishon Elementary. I have this wonderful book I want to share with you all. It is Ellie. It's about a little friend elephant named Ellie who finds out a very sad news that where she lives, the zoo is about to close. So she, as one should, depend on her friends to help out what they can do to help keep the zoo open. So here is one of my favorite parts. It shows all of her friends showing what they can do to keep the zoo open. We have a friend here who can move rocks and a friend here who can keep the trees cleaned and pruned. And at one point, Ellie decided, hey, I want to contribute and figure out how can I help keep the zoo open. So she saw a friend, zookeeper, who had a brush. And she figured, what is my talent? Can I use this brush to help keep the zoo open? And as she was holding the brush, she made a creation. This creation was the sunflower. But when the zookeeper came by, she thought she was in trouble. She thought she made a mistake. And she was wondering, did she ruin the wall Will she be able to keep the zoo open with her new talents? Read this book and find out. Have a good one, friends.
Thank you, Mrs. Tao, for sharing that awesome book. I can't wait to check it out. I'm thinking the library? Where else could I check out a book from?
Sora.
Sora, that's a great idea. I definitely am going to have to find out, how does Ellie save the zoo? I'm so curious.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Having
Having who?
you heard enough of these jokes?
I think we have. Bye-bye.
Bye.